The Dialogue.
This is an LMDI production.
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 All right, this morning from Gbaa town in Bomi County, on the road to Sierra Leone, the dialogue is beginning right now. Thank you. County, the dialogue is beginning, and today we are about natural resource management. We and the USAID, United States Agency for International Development, through the INTERNEWS, an international media group, are working to ensure that we all talk about our natural resources, things that should help us but are not helping us in ways that are not good. Before we begin, let everybody stand up together and sing the national anthem. Please sing it together. Thank you. On the dialogue this morning. Thank you so very much. Sing it together. Oh, hail Liberia. Clap for Liberia. Clap for yourselves. Have your seats. On the dialogue this morning, sitting at Gbaa, Gbaa, the headquarters of Mano. So, we're happy to come here. We're on Puma FM, correct? Are we on Puma FM? We're supposed to be on many radios in the country today. We're also on Puma TV, correct? We are on LMDR, the Liberia Media for Democratic Initiatives Facebook page. We are being shared on LMDR, the Dialogue, Ducal Debates page too. Today we come so that we can talk about all the issues that have been burning us about Mano as a concession. We did not select people, we asked everybody to come. Luckily today, and happily maybe blessed, we have the Mano people represented by a virtual contingent, a whole group that you see over there. We call Mr. Fadel Assad, and he, for a while, agreed that he will send people, and I'm happy that he did. The teeth and the tongue must make palaver. And so, Mano is represented today by Mr. Hilton, Richard Hilton. And Richard is the head of communications at Mano. Today we call in and got on this table Mrs. Madam Mema B. Freeman, Commissioner of Senje, where you are. She gracefully agreed to come. Is the Gbaa man here? Gbaa? Come here, come. The Gbaa head of community. They have an issue. And so he's here. That's Gbaa's man. Y'all know what Gbaa is, not so? Adama said, we called him. He's here. He's from the government of Liberia. And then we called Mrs. Lansana. There's a whole bunch of people from Mano. Bloje Kanga, operation manager of Mano. I mean, look at this. The biggest people are here. People who planted the palm, well, your ticket. Right to the dome of here, eh? I know what kind of agreement Liberian government reached like that. Crazy agreement. How you can surround your town people with also palm trees? What kind of funny agreement is that? You can't get the people 1 mile bush? And what they do in the civilized world? This is uncivilized. But they're not them who did it. Sam Dabi and your government. Marie told our sister, she's a clinic administrator, very concerned about y'all. We got Vakai Gray, superintendent of schools. And at your school going on Friday? Good school. Congratulations. I hope they will win. I don't pray for them because the other people say I take out. Then we got Vanti, right? Vanti Kandakai, president of the Workers' Union and general administrator, Allied Workers, the Menta Tobago. My man, Workers' Union president. 5, we got Johnson E. Share. Somebody send me good. I've been in the country that ain't talking so. All right, then we got Winston Pine, Senior Land Committee. All these are great people, joined by our big leader, Fenda Boli Lansana. The idea is to come and talk about what's wrong here. Between the Liberian government and Mittal, they put up a few $1 million every year for social development. We don't know if that is happening here, but again, Mittal is $1 billion company. These people are small. So even if they were to do social development, it would be way less. And so that has not been working well. Before we continue, somebody can pray for us quick. Somebody take that mic over there and pray. Whether you're Muslim or Christian, whatever, do what you can do. God that one. Somebody, man, your devil here or what? Oh?
The dialogue.
This is an LMDI production.
Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alamin, Rahman Rahim, Maliki Yawmiddin, Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in, Ihdina as-sirata al-mustaqim, siratal ladzina an'amta 'alaihim, ghayril maghdubi 'alaihim waladdallin. Amen.
Amen. Amina. God is one. Now, before we begin, Commissioner, you want to welcome us, then we'll proceed. Please.
The dialogue.
This is an LMDI production.
Thank you, Mr. Colley. We want to take this time to stand on the existing protocol to say all protocol respected. Further on behalf of Sanya District, in the name of the representative and the chiefs and elder, the citizens, the peace-loving citizens of Sanya, the youth, the women, and our old people, our elders, we want to take this time to say, Mr. Colley, and along with your entourage, you are wholeheartedly welcome. And let me just say something, Mr. Colley. If somebody can just open my heart, and you will see something there that more than joy. I'm happy today to get you in Sanya District. More beside in same Dabi ye Mano, as I say, because some of us are not staying in the know that Mano, same Dabi have been turned to Mano. So, Father, on behalf of our people, we want to say thank you, and I hope that from here you will be going to Lower Toge Clan, where they got the Western retail, the Western company that come, they call, how they call it? Western Cluster. And another one is on the ground. Sanya is highly loaded with a lot of companies. But what next? Thank you. Welcome. Feel free in Sanya. Thank you.
My people, we should not repeat the Bomi mining company, iron ore mining company. We should benefit. And benefits is not to give you rice to eat, because that's what we make noise for in this country. When I see electricity coming through here, I see the future. No cup of rice. You should be able to plant rice, like the way Lo-Fi is doing. The Swam is here. Let's work. And so, thank you. We will go to all those companies you mentioned, madam. Thank you. We went to Lamco. Lamco used to be a vibrant community during the Swedish-American cooperation. It was a modern city in Africa. During the war, we looted it. Mittal came under a 1-point-something, how many billion deal? And they agreed to take over Lamco, to fix the house, the railway, to make the place good again. They've been here 16 years, 16. They signed a 25-year agreement. 16 of those are gone. They are left with 9. That place does not have drinking water. And before they signed an agreement, Lamco used to have a water treatment plant, because the water in Lamco is full of mercury, iron, so you can't drink it and feel good. So Lamco did the plant. Mittal has been there. Instead of fixing the water plant, they are importing millions of bottles of this water for their workers to drink. It's the same at Zowinter, where they're passing with the iron ore to go sell it. They're breaking people's houses, blue, 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 blue. Nothing. All that noise you hear on radio, that's fake. In Buchanan, the same talk. But they want a renewal of an extra $1 billion over maybe another 20 years. Now, we have gotten support working with our partners to look inside the agreements and come to you all like this so we can know what's happening. These people came to make profit. They're not NGO like I was telling you. We are the NGO. They're looking for more money. And what they can do that you agree with, that's what they will do. So we are here today to hear from you, the people and the company. Is there a social development fund agreement? What has been happening? We hear you got some problem with them on LEC. They are telling you that LEC wire monopass over the plantation. Who are they to tell us that in Liberia? If it means, and I will tell President George Weah, if it means we brush the whole farm to bring electricity, we should do it. Yeah, I'm saying the truth to you. If we have to brush Mano to have electricity in our villages and towns, we should do it, because that is what life is about. I slept here last night at a little motel on the road. I enjoyed myself. I have not done it before in this town. Heat will kill you. LEC is here. You are not prepared to give the people light. You can't stop them. We will disagree on that. Claire, I don't care what anybody feels. I'll tell George we are that next week. Yeah, and I mean that. Lamco, the same thing. They are denying the UNE school, big school in Lamco. Mittal is denying them electricity. African Bible University, college. It is wrong. They're not ready to get the people light. They say LEC will not get the people light. For what? In what country? Only in this country. We will cut a few trees down to get light. We must cut a few trees down. That's the collateral damage for our electricity. It must happen. Not by choice. I'm a leader here too in this country. I don't have to be part of the government. I'm telling you what I will be pushing for. You should accept that, because you need a light too. And so today we are here so we can hear from y'all. And so thank you. We will go to all those companies you mentioned, madam. Thank you. Now, today we want to take 2 men, 2 women to just tell us what one major problem that they got with this company. Manu. You stand there, you say, don't be afraid of them. They're our friends. They're so Liberian people here. That's so are here. They can't do nothing. Let's talk it as friends. Don't curse anybody here. Just say the truth. Whoever you are in this crowd, 2 women, 2 men, take the mic over there and tell us what problem, real big problem you got with Mano. Anybody? Yes, you number 1. Please go there, madam. On the dialogue today, Gbaa town in Bomi. And I am
The dialogue.
This is an LMDI production.
Hello. Yeah, what's on my mind about Mano? Mano have brought all hardship, have brought all poverty.
You were not here before?
Disappointments.
Oh, okay.
Suffering.
Number
1, Mano school system.
Yeah.
If you are not employee, your child will not attend the school.
Okay.
The clinic, we have no clinic, no community clinic here, no government clinic. If you are not employee, you will not go to the clinic.
What? Even when you get money?
You get money, you will not go there.
Even the school, when you get money, you can't go there?
The school, they said they were taking community children, but a few children they took. We don't know.
But you just said you can't go there.
Yeah, but it was not, you know,
so they take a few.
Yes.
Let's be truthful.
Yes.
Yes.
Number 3, Mano use our people as they're working goes, because if you even see the people going to work in the morning, you will feel so discouraged about the company.
Why?
There is no good working system.
What do you mean?
No good pay, no good salaries. Our people suffering. Mr. Colley, we thank you for this program today. Because when you look in our heart today, there's a joy that filled in our hearts. We're suffering.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Thank you.
Man, any man? Any man? Okay. By your time.
My name is Sasha Reeve.
Yes, sir.
A resident of Gbaa.
Let's hear you. 1 point that you got with Mano.
I'm not working with Mano in particular, but the way that Mano is treating our family here and our brothers and sisters is not fine.
How?
The coming of Mano, we thought that they were coming to redeem the life of our citizens.
That's not their job. Let me get it clear to you. They came to look for money.
No problem.
So please proceed.
So when you look at the issue about salary, there are employees that Mano gave them new position.
Okay.
But when you look at the salary, those same salary that they were making before, they have even cut those salary down. You make the person a manager, you make them a superintendent. They are still taking general worker money. It is happening here. So our families and
how much is the general money? General worker money?
There are people that make less than $100 on a general worker.
Okay.
So let's say about superintendents who will make over $300 to $400 US. But when you look at now, the current Mano, there are managers that make less than even 500 United States. I'm not talking about superintendent or overseer. Okay. So those are the problems. Those are one of my heartbeat. And the second happens to do with electricity.
Sorry, I told you. Okay, go ahead with that. Let me hear you.
You said what?
Go ahead.
The second happens to do with electricity. Few weeks back, our representative came here where the worker protested that they will not go to work if Mano does not allow LEC to extend electricity within the company. And then the manager said that he will not agree, which is the CEO, Asaf Fadir. He said that he will not agree for their palm trees to be cut for electricity to go in the camps. But instead, they will give the workers the Chinese light. Which of course I believe if you want development, the first thing we look at on the pillar of development is electricity. With the exception of electricity, it is not easy for development to go on in every concession area.
Your time finished.
Thank you.
Goodbye, your time finished. Back off. Goodbye. They're not political forum here. That development forum here. We'll go on this side. Woman. Yes, Markan. On the dialogue, natural resource management Gbaa.
The dialogue.
This is an LMDI production.
My name is Jenny Hammond, but my husband have been dead and gone.
Yeah, okay.
I'm standing here. He and myself will have one child.
Okay.
But since he passed away, he was working at St. David Day. He entered here. Since he had been dead and gone, the lady girl have been going to school. And I didn't get anybody in the company that working along with Mando Nana. And now, Mano enter, they're supposed to give me benefit for the child to go to school, but they haven't do it yet. The last time they go on Saturday, I pay my way, I went to our mom, but I didn't see her. So I left the paper to her house. I said, I can't.
She here today.
I see her for her to help
You
me.
will see her today, yeah?
Yeah, let me
She here.
get what I'm supposed to get.
Thank you. When you marry that woman, the way maybe I won't marry her now. That woman, well, the husband died. When you marry that one, you take all the trouble. Mano, you take all San Dabi trouble. That is she talking there. All right. The one man from here. Oh man, are you tired? Oh man, yes. You the one got up first. Thank you. That's the last of the 4. Countdown from 4 to 0.
Thank you. I'm Daniel P. Gabler Sr.
Yes.
I have education and health.
Please.
The school, Mano School is the only high school in this area.
Okay.
The school is overpopulated. You have 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 11, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So
the
what?
classes are overcrowded. We want Mano to pay a high school here. Some can have 2 high schools here.
Okay.
Then, medical. Our people don't have any medical activity here. You go to Mano Hospital, you are not a worker, you don't get treatment. If you get treatment, it's less. They only have clinic here, it's not a hospital. Only clinic they have here. So they can't treat real good sickness. When you are seriously sick, they have to put you in ambulance. Before you reach to Monrovia, you are dead. So we want another hospital here. A real hospital.
Thank
maybe
you.
10 to 20 bedroom hospital.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. That sounds good. Ask your government to do it too. All right. Today, it is important that we brought to you these people. And that is what is on your mind at Gbaa. The official part of it will be addressed by our big people here. And our boss lady, at least for now, Mrs. Lansana will close the day by an official statement on what we can and should do, or should and can do. So today what we want to do is to begin with the civil society of Bomi. And they will tell us what they have heard on a broad note. Catalog a few things, each she will get 5 minutes. Veronica Johnson happens to be the head of civil society in Bomi. So Mrs. Johnson will tell us what the issues that broadly the people of Bomi, by the civil society perspective, have had with Mano from Sam Dabi to Mano. Then the next person will speak like that. Thank you, Mrs. Johnson.
The dialogue.
This is an LMDI production.
Okay, good morning, everyone. So again, I'm Veronica Songa Johnson, and I work for the Positive Change Women and Girls Initiative, and the current county coordinator of the National Civil Society Council county leadership for Bomi County. So I'm asked to speak on the things that we have heard as civil society from the civil society perspective with regards to Mano Oil's operation in county. And I may not have taken over for a long time. I'm just, let's say 8 months in my leadership as a county coordinator. But as a founder and director of the Positive Change Women and Girls Initiative, I have worked in this county for the past 10 years. And so that gives me a broader perspective as to what I'm about to say. We from the civil society perspective have realized that there have been a lot of human rights violations from the parts of the Mano Oil plantation, ranging from far back, the Sam Dabi plantation where we follow. And Mano Oil just came into the picture. So let me not just, limit myself there. And like I always told somebody, I say, I want to believe that Sam Dabi could not really live up to the agreement that was being signed between they and the government of Liberia when it comes to impacting the lives of our ordinary people in Bomi County. So therefore, they transition, they rebranded, and sold off their interest to manual oil. And that took place in the year 2019, wherein Sam Darby did an official communication to the Liberian government under the leadership of President George Manaria that they want to, sell off their interests to manual oil. So all of the different legal documentations to that effect took place, and fully manual oil, Sam Darby transition into manual oil that we have today. And so we have followed closely the operation of manual oil. And we have come to realize that, yes, we are happy that they are in our country. We are happy that they are impacting some lives. But on a broader perspective, if I am to score them, they score poorly. Why do I say that? One, let's take on the issue of employment. Let's look at the average rate that an ordinary Liberian citizen is to work for, and also look at the average rate that an expatriate or expat will work for under the Sam Darby, or let's say the Sam Darby or manual oil plantation. You will realize that there is a very huge gap. If I'm coming in with something at $300, an expat will be coming in with something at almost $6,000 to $7,000 or even $12,000 United States dollars. Besides that, we also follow that the company is supposed to make sure that as they grow at certain time, they are supposed to transition and even follow local dwellers to own a company. My question is, what have been the measure put into place that will prepare our people to take over the company as per the agreement that you sign? You realize that we also follow some key cases from there, that when a Liberian stand up to rather be vocal and speak about things and disagree, they find a means of trying to just put them down. And I stand to be, I want to be challenged on this particular thing because I have a living example in this house that I can point to. Besides, we look at the issue of protection on a holistic point. Now, look at the houses. They just announced that they are going to start a new construction. I guess that have already started. How many rooms are you giving to an employee? Is it 2 rooms? And like I always say on my platform, on the coalition for rights activists on the concessions implementations agreement, I will always say this. If Mrs. Veronica Johnson Fabare, I have 5 children. I got 2 boys and I have 3 girls. Do you expect my husband myself to sleep in the same room with my children? Or do you expect my two boys and my 3 girls to sleep together? Don't you know that's how incest is being practiced? Why are you giving our people only 2 bedrooms, apartment or room, when of course the very agreement that you sign say the smaller children cannot sleep with the bigger children? It shows a whole range of human rights violation. If there is something that happened and a boy has to pregnant his own sister, who takes on the responsibility? Manual or Sam Darby will never take on that responsibility. It leaves us with a whole link of, psychological effects, and our people will live on that forever. Now, from a broader perspective, like I said, Sam Darby or manual, you have come here, you have, decided or signed onto an agreement that you say you are going to bring light. Where is the light? Where is it? If we are to score you again, on a broader perspective, we will say that you haven't done or correct 40%. And I think in school, if you score that grade, it's a failing grade.
The dialogue.
Let's go to the issue of this electricity that is so pressing. And Mr. Colley, if you had never done anything right, by the way, I used to work with Mr. John Colley as my boss. I've been in the media for over 19 years, and he's one of those bosses that I work with, and he knows my style of work. And I was so happy when Mr. John Colley said to me, Mrs. Johnson, we know that you are the county coordinator for Bomi County. I will need us to organize this forum. And so everything you see here, I said, boss, you have me. I will give you all of the contact. And I started to share all of you contact here. I gave it to him right away. The ones that were not able, I told somebody who was in the system before, say, please help. Because I wanted to make sure that this forum is here today. And I'm happy that even though the manager did not come, but at least he sent his entourage of representatives here that will be able to go back and see and let him know that the citizen actually debunked everything that we have been doing. It's time for us to have a rethink. So I want to say thank you so much for this forum, because this forum gives us an opportunity to be able to speak to our people, to be able to make manual or to score them and to make them to know that, look, there is time for improvement. Have we heard? Yes. Is it time to move on? Yes. Can we find a way to negotiate? Yes. Electricity, man, my people, that light. I go to Monrovia, I have my family there. You know, I think that 1 year ago, they brought electricity. I have an air conditioner in my house. But when I come to Bomi, the place is so hot, so I feel so uncomfortable because I only have a solar light, in the place there. When I came back there before yesterday in county, guess what? And it's even putting on my meter, everything. I feel so happy. That joy alone gives me, pleasure to do everything that I want to do, to keep, to continue living. Because light itself is life. Why is it that you will want to deprive our people of it? In fact, in my hand, just before I conclude, this is the new land right act that was signed by the government of Liberia in 2018 by His Excellency Honorable Dr. George Manawiya. In this new land right act, if Mano doesn't know this, please take this home from me. This particular law or land right act says that if I, for example, Mrs. Johnson, bought a land, and I started to build on the land. And I'm digging the land for the foundation, and I realized that I have mineral on the land. The land document said I should leave it. Get on car, go call government, and say, government can, even though I bought the land, but there's mineral here. It sounds stupid, right? But that is to tell you that the very land that you buy is not for you. Government can tell you, say, I want to use it anytime, they will take it. Government gave you this land, you didn't pay for it. There was an agreement that you signed, and they gave you 220,000 hectares of land. That's the amount of acres that you have to operate. What much more will it cost you to just let LEC to plan a poll to empower our people? That tells you that my score for manual oil stands at below as 40 to 35%. Thank you so much.
Are we together? We are not together, we are gossiping. Gossip can't do it. This is the way to do it. We will plan the polls. The polls will be planted. Mano will cooperate. Mano is a good company. They're a good company. They're our friends. Fadel, listen. Fadel, tell your man to listen to Puma FM or go to Puma TV and watch us there. That I do my work. I begged him to have you because I want you all to have a say. Because I knew all that thing will come out and it's not a good publicity for you. So you must be able to react. Mrs. Johnson, you're right. It's a lot wrong with our concessions. So don't worry. I understand that Fadel is already agreeing in principle that we will plant the poles. We may cut a few trees. What's wrong with that? The palm you're able to sell it, sir? I hear from a crew that one of your men were asking, why some David go that far? You're not even able to harvest all the farm. We'll cut some of the trees, man. Don't mind the people. The thing where you're there, you go bring palm tree right in the middle of town. What place can happen? Huh? You should dress back 1 mile. You should cut those palm trees from around the town. That will be my next campaign in this country. You don't come and you can't plant palm until your body village too. Same thing I told my Ellen when she was breaking the people's house down at Fendel. I go and build. What she now build, there's also poo-poo in the place. She break poor people's houses. Fendel brought people millions of dollars worth of property. The government is the custodian of the land, not the owner. We, the people are the owner, will give you power to mine our property. That's what they call government. Government are keeper of our things. How can the same government come and break everybody's house down on the land you will not use for the next 100 years? Land you don't even own. But that's what we're doing here. So man, they're acting as owners of our land. Don't plant like poor here. Who are you to tell us that? We are the owners of the land. You are the custodian. I don't blame you. I blame our government. We will plant the poles. I support you, Finder. Now, the dialogue today at Gbaa in Senja district on natural resource management and in particular the Mano oil palm concession is taking a break. To be back.
The dialogue.
This is an LMDI production.
The dialogue.
Each one shout, each one, yeah. Each one shout, each one yes.
Honey, I was listening to the radio the other day and I hear people saying, each one, teach one. What that one really mean?
It means one person who know book must help the other person whether know book to know book, especially in the area of reading and writing. All you need, number 1, your ABC book. Number 2, your copy book. 3, pencil and free time for you and for your teacher. Then if you know it well, you can help other people to be like you. That's what we call each one, teach one.
I think when everybody do the thing here, then we all helping to make Liberia good country and big bold country.
A message brought to you by Literate Liberia Movement.
Each one shout, each one yes. Each one shout, each one yes.
The dialogue.
This is an LMDI production.
We are back today at Gbaa, and we are in partnership with the United States Agency for International Development, USAID, through INTERNEWS and its Liberia media activity. This is the Community Media Forum. We hear you, but let me say to you too, you must learn to work. You must work. You know, you can't just walk on lofa and take land. You're not able. Because you see work. You get a whole bundle of bananas in lofa for $20 Liberian. I remember, you ain't got to elect me. I don't want your vote. So I'll tell you the truth. I remember me and Ma Ellen came here. We the one built the radio. Talking drum. The radio in St. J. We the one built it before. So we brought Ma Ellen to launch it. Ma Ellen said, I've been driving from Monrovia to here. I don't see no cassava farm. Why you on here? That was Ma Ellen said. Then I'm in Tokyo. And she from the play. And I said, you don't want to talk? You answer that one. They're talking to other people, you're answering, you don't want to answer your own. Ma Ellen said, look, that my home here, we're not working. Y'all don't use their land, we'll use it. I remember the old lady. Said their land where y'all sitting down, y'all ain't want to use it, we'll use it. 1 year down the road, the old lady brought this plantation. Y'all let them want. That's your business. The reality is that we got to work. We don't work, these people will always control us. You go to Lofa, you got to work. You got to do plenty before you take one lot. Because everywhere you go, rice farm, cocoa farm, banana farm. So who banana you going to clear? Right now, I have my friend called John Selma in Lofa. He has the biggest rice mill in Liberia today. That rice mill is supposed to produce 700 bags of rice every day. Beat the rice. They can't find the rice in Lofa. Imagine. John is finding it difficult to get land to plant the rice. You know why? The community people in Lofa already got rice and everything on their land. Who land you going to clear to give it to him? So the government is begging people in Lofa now to get John land. I'm trying to say you are not using the land. That's why they come and take all your land and can't put one. They got palm tree planted on people's porch here. Yeah. And I'm exaggerating on somebody's porch right there. One enter the town can go all around. On people's porch. You had the house, you had the thing. Who can do concession like that? Who can do look, I was one of the managers of Gbaa in Guinea. Perhaps my biggest paid job, Guinea. Gbaa is a company that plants rubber and rice. They make rice farm in the swamp. They gave the swamp to the community. And then the community work around it. You make the swamp, if you're selling the rice to them, fine. They give you yields, proceeds and stuff. They call the plantation familiale. All the villages that I know, JK, Bala, Daniel, Sopa, Gononkowi, and the likes in Guinea. No town has a rubber tree planted close to it, no. This is the only place I see here. Why do we act like this, Madam Representative? Raise that with the people who signed it before. You were not there. They should not have planted it like that. Leave 1 mile so that people can make their gardens. And then they also did arrangement for you to own parcel of. We were part of that arrangement in Guinea. We come here, we say, Ma, I think you and your husband can plant 5 acres. Send out your land, we don't want to take it from you. But remain on your land. The one the government gave you, all right, but your land for 5 acres, we'll plant palm on it so you and your family can eat. I don't know if they did that here. Our government refused to do that. But anyway, this is the way we should keep talking it. Thank you. Campaign. All right. What we want to do now is to listen to Mano. Tell Fidel. He know me, I don't know him. John Collins said, you must take those recommendations. You can't do all. Start doing something. They want you able to do. We know that business here, like our man said, all the people see that the hell of a tankers. We hear you're sending oil to Sierra Leone, you're sending some to King George. Oh, and Aspire on you're like hell. The tankers just moving with the oil. The people say that the money going. So we want to tell him there are simple things, such as opening the schools up, the clinic, letting more people go there, provide little stuff just to ease, because you can't be here if the place is tensed. So we want to hear from you. What Fidel say, you can't say to all that the people talk. Thank you. Mr. Hilton, Communications Officer.
The dialogue. This is an LMDI production.
Good afternoon. I want to take this time to thank every one of you for coming this afternoon. Firstly, let me pay my respect to Madam Lastana. Thank you for being in our midst. As you know, this is a corporate institution, and we are prepared to work with the locals. We can't do this alone. As I'm standing here, by the time I'm leaving, I'm going to duly communicate those concerns that were raised in this particular forum. We want to thank Brother Colley for such an engagement, and I hope that this will not be the very last one, because sometimes it's difficult to bring the community together with the company. But this kind of engagement can mitigate some of the hard feelings that sometimes come up between the company and our local people. I sat down in my seat and listened keenly, and there are a lot of issues that you raised. The issue about health, the issue about education, the issue about employment, and we took due note, and we don't want to promise again, like I said, but we're going to duly communicate your concerns to top management, and we believe something good will come from it. I was somewhere last time, and I told a group of Bomi people that something good can come from Nazareth. Something good can come from Nazareth. This particular concession, we know something good will come from out of it for the people of both Bomi and Gbaa. It's just a matter of time. Mano took over this particular Herculean tax just within the period of 2.5 years. And sometimes you want to run, but you don't have the energy. But we know our legislators have worked. I was in the House of Parliament before. The concession is a very good concession. The only thing that we need to do as citizens of Bomi is to engage our legislators to make sure the concession is duly explained to our people. That is left with the legislative side. But as I stand here to talk to you, I talk to you from the background as a corporate communication person. And I'm telling you, management is ready to work with you. We can't work here when we are not in peace with the community. Just one small roadblock. You know what it means for this particular company? We know it. So there's no way we can operate in space. So we take due note of whatever you say, your concerns, and we take it back to management, and we believe that management will duly address those concerns. I want to thank you very much, and we all from Bomi, and we must work for the survivability and peace of the country. Thank you very much.
Now, let's get our leader of Senja district, district number 3, district number 1, that we also call Senja. We want to listen to Mrs. Finda Gboli Lansana to address issues that were raised here. And I heard that Mano has land issues that they inherited from Samdabi. Madam, we heard that there's supposed to be a social development money that should have been established, enacted by the legislature. You probably are too young in the legislature to know, but that is an issue. Why is that not enforced yet? You talked about outgrower, that it should allow you to operate your own little staff. You talked about the schools being limited to your kids. You talked about the clinic, maybe doing questions and answers. Our sister here will respond as to what the actual situation is, because we have a tendency to lie too. Sometimes things are happening and we want it done our way. The word is not about you alone, it's about 8 billion people. Today, life will never be the same because we are born in more. In 1979, 1980, we were 1.7, 1.9 billion. Today, we are 7.9 point something billion. More mouths to feed. And only the people who will make farm will enjoy the word. And Liberia is not making farm. So while listening to Mrs. Lansana, as she addresses the issues, and then you will ask your questions, and we'll close this program and thank you, and we go. Mrs. Lansana, thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah.
The dialogue. This is an LMDI production.
Thank you so much. Let me begin by extending my thanks to the LMDI family that have been headed by Mr. John Colley, who have taken this initiative to come and hear from our citizens. Let me not forget my humble Commissioner of Senja District, Madam Mema Freeman, to our elders, Mr. Fugwe, the Saint Darby family, not forgetting my own Parliament Chief, my father-in-law, Mr. Fakamu, and to my citizen of Senja District that is here present today, make it their duty to come and give out their grievances, and also the company will also be responding to you. I'm happy and glad enough that we are here today in numbers. When I received a call from Mr. Colley that, Madam Lansana, I want to go in your district, there are some issues that I want us to address, especially when it comes to the company, Mano or company. I say I'm interested 100%. And I want to be part of it. And he asked me for the date, and I told him, any date you come up with, as the representative of the people, I will be available to be part of it. And I'm so glad today that we are here. I'm glad that the citizens are here in numbers. I'm glad that Mano Plantation is highly represented. I'm glad that the union representative, Mr. Kanaka, is here also. Thank God, God do everything for a better. Mr. Cody, this is not a mistake. This St. Darby issue has been a very long time. But for me, since I took over, this is my 8 months. Since I took over as a representative for this district. And as soon as I took over, I wrote a communication to the company that I want to have an audience with them. And they came to me, we sat down, we talked, because I want us to have a very friendly and smooth move from the company into that of the representative. And I will know how to come up to my people.
The dialogue.
I can tell you for free, Mr. Colley, if only you say we only want those that work with Mano to come here and talk, a single person will not step here. They will not make themselves available. Reason, as soon as they step to that door, their dismissal letter will be waiting for them. I met them, I appreciated them. I said, thank you for coming to Bomi. You people have a very good agreement, and we went through it. It's good, but the implementation aspect, that's been the problem. We came here a few months ago in February. The House of Representatives, I met the speaker and I raised the issues with him. He gave me a few of my colleagues to come and do some assessment, especially the committee on concessional. We came, we saw a lot of things, it was not good, and they said the only way we can live up to what we put in the agreement is for the government of Liberia to sign the agreement. Because we are just a caretaker, we cannot do anything right now. So I said, okay, when you people decide on that, I have no problem. But just know, as you people will be given that agreement that go and operate, meaning you have to live up to your commitment. Everything that the people have said here is nothing but the truth. I can tell you that I have been in and out. I have met with them, discussed with them. Just as the communication director is saying, just as you're saying, so that I just want to add up to you, Mr. Fadel, we don't expect you as a businessman to do all 1 year time, but start something small. I can tell you, and you slept here last night, go right here, depending can sleep, and ask for a bathroom, just a toilet to use, and see where they will take you. There is no single toilet in this plantation that you will go and you feel comfortable. That's the life the people is living here. There is no bathroom you will go and feel comfortable. I'm telling you something for real. Thank God this program is not something that is only limited to Bomi. It is a worldwide issue. Because our people is suffering to the extent, Mr. Colley, some of us, yes, God help us today, we able to get it, but we know our roots. We know where we came from. Our brothers and sisters are here. They are being treated on a very wrong page with Mano. We have talked to them over and over again. We agree you people are business people, but please do something that our people will see reason to listen to you people. But you people, your workforce alone here, one person doing 3-man job, and they are not getting the benefit of a 3-man job. Then you consider your selection to say, yes, the company is okay. It is wrong. It is unacceptable. You cannot come within a district, the people is very friendly. They are friendly with them. Because other area that we know, every day it will be a protest against them. But the people agree to work with them. Why treat them? Since I talked over December, we had a meeting, they agreed that the laboratory will be, they will complete the laboratory and put the equipment up to present, go on the campus. Nothing has been done about that. We put fire behind them concerning the scholarship students because it is in the agreement that every school year, 5 students will be awarded scholarship by the company. Yes, for that they have lived up to it. I tell them thank you. When it comes to the students attending that Mano Plantation School, they said, let's raise the issue, and we went to them also, we talked to them, that please, more parents here may not have the finance to send their children Tottenham Bread or Morovia. Please allow them to go to the school here. Yes, I must admit, they have agreed, even though they will pay a lesson, they are business people, we accept that, so I said thank you to them also for that. But when it comes to the clinic, your agreement did not say you should have a clinic but a hospital. That's what your agreement says, not clinic. You have spent a length of time, even when a foundation for the people to know that yes, in the nearby future there will be a hospital. At least you people should start from that. But up to present, nothing of such. When it comes to the pay of the workers, they reduce their salary. But to tell you that I'm doing my background investigation on a daily basis, it is not good some of the things that I know about them to be said here, because definitely the place will go upside down. But Mano should do their best as a company. That at least when you come to one person and say you work with a company where you have benefited, that they able to point at something, man, for God's sake. But the laugh of our people here is very. The call that I receive on a daily basis comes from the plantation. How will people be working and at the same time calling, complaining? The more hectic part of all, this electricity issue. In your agreement, it is binding on you to give your workers electricity. Since then, and you refusing their citizen right. As a Liberian or Lebanese man say, before this happened, you should do this. For God's sake, man. For God's sake. Yes, my house in Tomon Bread. You go there, you see LDC people all over, but I told people that for me right now, it is meaningless to me. Because for me, I can afford to fuel my generator. For me, I can afford to buy solar panel and put it up. But someone that need of this electricity that will help their children for tomorrow, at least they can study and benefit of it, nothing or such. What it means to me. I'm happy today that you are here. I want the president of Liberia and the caucus of Bomi, we also going together, because it's so corny to tell you. When our people took the street, they were protesting and they said we will not leave the street until we can see our representative. I wake up that morning, I came to them, I talked to them. When I get to them, they said that we should meet and talk. At the same time, dealing with the LEC people, and they told me that it's a donor project from the World Bank. So I said, okay, but how do people think that our people can receive current? They say all left with Mano. If you get to Mano say it left with LEC, we give them the go ahead. So I told them, I said, you people don't have to put me in between. Can we have a meeting so we can know the fact? Who refusing? Later on, I got to know Mano said, it will be some agreement that they can trim the pan. And when they trim the pan, like every year they will come and trim the pan because they don't want the wire to touch the pan. Can you imagine that? You see palm or crops importing the himo, for God's sake. Because you're sleeping and you're seeing current over you. Because you feel that you're living a better life that someone else cannot live, for God's sake. Mr. Colley, please. This forum today is very good. That's why I never hesitated and I told you that I will be here in full. Because I will not rest until my people can receive current. Except I'm not representative, but as long as I serve as a representative for this district, we will follow up on everything step by step to ensure that things work out for our people. So not to take much of your time, Mr. Cody, thank you so much. Thank you so much for organizing this forum. And we are listening to our people's questions and to see how Mano going to respond to it. Thank you so much, Mr. Cody.
LEC na kamba Mano you my allowed to go down. Don't mind Mano man. We will send a message to Money Captain. The man job. That's what I've been running around the world for. This is my job. I'm not in your politics, people cussing each other in Monrovia, and I ain't that one. My job is to ensure that people get values for their lives. We will send this voice to Money Captain on his WhatsApp that the World Bank people say they got 7 more days. No, man, we'll extend that into 1 month. I send the message to Money. Money, you got to ensure that you come back. Money Captain is the new head of LEC. So if Fadel thinks that he got more power here than all, you got to be joking. Fadel will be my friend. Huh? The light will go into the communities because Fadel does not have the money to give the people light. He get it. He got to make a profit. You're not going to get your light. So let the government give their people light. They will not destroy more than 1,000 trees. We will destroy them to bring the light. Not this small palm tree that one. Talking about who eating the oil? They're not us. Huh? Who they selling the oil to in Sierra Leone? They're not us. You see him on bed? We'll cut some of the palm tree down and put a light. Don't mind your man aside. You can't go to Lebanon and do that thing. Don't mind them. Oh, man, your party can fire you or me, they can fire me. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure it's been a good day. So we want to thank you. It's been a great day. Thanks to Mano. Thanks to Hilton and team. The old man, our Dean of Elders. The Honorable, the Commissioner, the CSO people. And Honorable Finda. On behalf of Mrs. Limu White, Ira Johnny Rutiaka, Swan and Aliu Donzo, thanks to all of you for coming. My name is John Colley. Goodbye.
The Dialogue. This is an LMDI production. The Dialogue.